Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 2 of No Bounty Hunter versus Into the Breach. It was just a moment of silence there for the performance of No Bounty Hunter in Game 1. As we do hope it's going to be a bit closer this game. This time round, their lineup. What do you make of it, Lacoste? Do you think No Bounty Hunter's got a bit of a better shot?
Yeah, definitely. It's not so much of a skill shot. Spirit Breaker, you know, it can't go wrong. Wraith King,
yep.
Right clicks, maybe with a Grimstroke and Mars, but we'll see. The execution in the game number one wasn't perfect, but we'll see. They decided to go with the Wraith King.
Yep.
Counter to a Doom, but I don't think Doom wants to counter Wraith King in this one. He's going to be looking for either opening on Mars. Ideally, you want to go on Invoker. That's going to be your main target. One more time, Into the Breach, they have a lineup that has a lot of built-in saves, even though you don't, like, it doesn't look, there are no real heals, nothing, but there is a Nightmare, there is Infest, there is a kick from Earth Spirit, eventually, if Ruby gets the shard. So a lot of stuff, something similar that they had in number one, which made No Bounty Hunters opening really hard, especially for the Disruptor. So I want to see Nikolica on this Grimstroke, you know, perform better. Yep. It was a hard Disruptor game, but yeah, I just, you know, see the game number one, how it developed, and I want to see mid lane, Earth Spirit against Invoker. It's a Quasvex Invoker. He's going for full damage at the start. 2 Mantles, 2 Circlets to be able to match up Earth Spirit's damage, because this hero is insanely tanky, has a lot of strength gain, and great animation. I'm glad this hero's back on the mid lane.
Yeah, and Shimra on the Invoker. We're going to imagine we're going to see a lot more involvement from him this game, right? He's not going to go Bots Radiance or something again, is he?
Definitely.
Let's go Bots Radiance Invoker, baby.
Midas definitely, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, in this one, what he has queued up is Double Null, Boots, and Urn of Shadows. Pretty standard stuff. I want to see what Earth Spirit is going to build. He's going to bring Bottle, no doubt about it, to be able to just... it's very hard for Invoker to go and contest the runes, the water runes, because it's Earth Spirit, so he can be pretty much everywhere around the map. He is, in my opinion, the best catch in the game, and that's what you need to have whenever you're playing Doom, to be able to connect with the rest of the team, especially if they have something to choose where they want to fight, like Invoker Tornado, Mars Arena, and then like when that Doom drops, you need to be able to close the gap, and Earth Spirit is that hero.
And of course, having the lifesteal of this game as well will mean that Xantic can combo up, get shouting onto the front lines. See bottom lane. Going to get aggressive onto Tanner. And they will stick charges from Tanner. It's into the trees. He's going to be able to get away, and Khan will start taking a bit of damage here from the chase down of Doom. So Khan's going to have to back off. And that was close. Nearly did get them the kill there. But won't be the case. Meanwhile, over on the other half of the map, First Blood will still go the way of No Bounty Hunter. BNC able to take down LeBron.
Once they get level 2, the stun into charge, into possibly another Greater Bash. Didn't see what was happening top. Let's see the kickback underneath the tower. Invoker will be fine. You gotta be careful about it, but Invoker with the built-in extra regen should be okay. Khan. Oh, stun doesn't connect.
It's not gonna be able to get Tanner, as they do just end up losing Nikolica there on that attempt. Tanner again, just sort of dancing with death. Second time now that they've not quite been able to take him down as easily as they would have hoped for. Mid lane, Shimra once again off to a good start in the lane. Having the advantage here against Xantic. Holding his own rather well. We'll see Xantic for another attempt to kick under the tower. Won't be able to get far enough. Cold Snap and EMP's down, but Xantic's still able to step out to the side, and he's got bottle charges to play with, so he'll be fine, able to keep himself in the lane.
There's also a 3-minute bounty rune that he can pick up. He can go on both sides of the map and try to pick those up. Top lane, not the strongest one for Into the Breach. There's not much synergy between Bane, even though you're playing into 2 melee strength heroes as a lifestealer. It's not gonna be, in terms of like kills, the best one, but he will get the CS, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he should be safe enough. That's the same to be said for Khan on the bottom lane. I mean, maybe with a bit more kill potential, but as we've seen, that's not necessarily really been going too great. Hasn't mattered for him in the farm. It's pretty much at the same pace as Shad on the top lane. Let's get dragged back there, Khan. It's going to be fine. We'll see Nikolica try and get aggressive over towards Symmetrical, but not enough damage on the two of them. Looks to be the last bit of regen that they did have in the lane. So Khan is going to have to be careful. That's their last salve for now.
Very interesting build from Doom. Not a single point in Devour. Not sure I like it. You know, that Infernal Blade is fine. They put a bit more pressure, but this hero is all about staying on top of the network from the offlane, getting that Hand of Midas, playing for the mid into late game timing.
We're going to go for Ekon here. He's already used the charge. Shad not going to be quite able to stay on top though. Oh, of course, the rage at this stage not lasting long enough. BNC a little bit off there with the spear. As LeBron will try and bully him back underneath the tower and continue to get this space here for Shad's Lifestealer. Shad now does take the top spot in CS.
That's the beauty of Spirit Breaker. He can always TP back, come back to a lane with a charge. I don't think LeBron should die if he's not caught off guard. If he's sticking close to the Lifestealer, they should be okay, considering that he has 10 Magic Stick charges and level 2 Brain Sap. So I don't think they can burst him unless Spirit Breaker goes from 17 to 71%.
That's true, yeah. He's going to have to hope that he rolls high on the RNG. Ah, there's one. Oh, there's two. Hey. That's not bad. Couple in a row. That's not bad at all. Well, maybe Ekon does have it in him. So find these bashes. As he can, yeah, for now, Shad more than happy with the space and distraction that LeBron is causing. Easy farm for the Lifestealer and not quite as easy for Khan now, as Khan is starting to slow down a little bit in the bottom lane. Mid lane, pretty even on the CS. Xantic pretty much catching up completely with Shimra. So
this is what Panel talked about. Earth Spirit doesn't necessarily win his lane unless there are a couple of mistakes being made where he can kick back underneath the tower. 6-minute rune spawning, zoning tool from Invoker, but also Tanner is there. Oh, that's a nice play.
Yeah, good attempt there from Xantic, but still puts her stop by Shimra. See Xantic get aggressive. They got the charge and focusing down Tanner. Shimra will keep the Magnetize going. Roll will miss. They got enough damage. They keep the Magnetize going once again. Shimra, is the Quas regen enough to keep him alive? It is not. Very nicely done there from Xantic, keeping the Magnetize going, and now going to go for Likalitra as well. He's just found himself a double. And see LeBron making sure that kill does happen, as Xantic himself didn't have too much more to throw out. That's 3 heroes dying in the river there. That's quite a bit of golden XP going over what's into the brink.
Look at the damage numbers. Earthspirit dealt over 2,000 damage. 6 minutes in, has 3 Urn of Shadow charges. Yeah, he's low on mana. I don't think they can go for this kill, especially on Invoker. And Xantic getting charged.
Let's see what they can do here. Still got a roll available. 1 bash would probably do it. He's not getting it though. He's not getting it.
What a play!
Shad there with the backup. As now they've got to step out. Shad's going to actually see if he can get a kill out of this, and he might just do so. He can. Shad reaps the rewards there for turning up and helping out Xantic. See it, Xantic. Oh, nice dodge. Is he going to go down? He gets the roll off. He's up to the high ground, but the damage is done by Shimra. They will get the kill. Shad still hanging around here for some hits on the Invoker, but obviously no more to be done.
This is the best safe lane Lifestealer play that I've seen in a while. You know, he TPs, I mean, top lane was pushed out, which means that he got the CS out of it, and then TPs, uses Infest on his Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit dies, but still, let's see it again.
I mean,
others couldn't TP. I checked. Rubik TP was on cooldown. Bane, if he TPs, like, he can't really do much. Very limited on mana.
Yeah.
But this was beautiful.
Yeah, you don't get that sort of carry play in a pub. That's some top tier carry stuff there. TP in to save his.
But what about my Midas? I won't be able to farm my Midas. This is the save that I talked about. You know, they have all these little tools that they can use to prolong the team fight. Didn't definitely expect this to happen 7 minutes in, but
no, that's
great play there from Shad.
I mean, it probably is one of the earliest sort of saves you'll ever see on a Lifestealer. That sort of timing, and especially for their mid, off the back of a TP, their top stuff. We'll see in the mid. No bounty on us. Starting to pressure the tower down. They'll bring over the BNC here as he's ready with the arena. See if he can get the setup, Tanner. He's not going to let it happen. Throws him back. No chance for an opening. At the same time, looks like Into the Breach will struggle to keep them off this tower. They do have, yeah, they got the full 5-man here, no Bounty Hunter, so they really want to get something out of this.
They're underneath the ward. Ekan placed a deep observer ward between tier 1 and tier 2.
We'll see the arena come in. No catch down up. They will get the Rubik, but nothing else to be found. They'll still want at least the tower as well here, with now the focus of the 4 of them. Khan has left to farm. Cold Snap to stop the lead him with the roll. Into the Breach are pushing them off at a stage where they could be able to get the deny on the tower themselves.
Oh, good tornado again.
Nicely done there by Shimra. Stops them from getting the opening onto BNC.
They got the tower. No Bounty Hunter. We've seen that they tend to bring numbers, sometimes a bit more than it's needed, but they secured the tower. Skelly Bros were also on the mid lane. I want to see what Khan builds. In this game, we've seen different builds on Wraith King. I feel Radiance is huge mistiming, because you go into Armlet, which synergizes well with your crit, which is always going to be great. And then I think Deso. Deso is kind of a must. Your job is to go in and delete one of the heroes immediately. Radiance just feels too slow.
Yeah, I would hope indeed that he is going to go for some sort of active items. I mean, already they're falling behind in farm. See top lane. Again, a lovely tornado from Shimra into the charge. That'll easily get them the 2 kills. Shimra coming out with some nice moves. 2-1-3. He's been definitely doing his job this time round as the mid, getting those plays done for the team. He's going to need to keep it up, but he's on track right now.
Very active, going for Spirit Vessel, has 4 Urn of Shadow charges, which he's not using on Invoker. That's great if he feels he doesn't need it, because Urn of Shadows, suddenly it's Spirit Vessel. That means like there's so much value coming out from this item, especially if you get it this early. Also Earth Spirit going for 1, just 100 gold away from it.
He himself still plenty of charges as Antic. He's got 3 still ready to roll with.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Back to the farming situation. Khan's got his done. Shad. Oh, sorry, Shad's got his done. It's still Khan that's just a little bit short. So Shad still with the advantage here in the farm. Once again, Shimra is ready to find some action. The rest of the team smoked up behind him. Arena is good to go. We'll see who's able to start off the action. Zantic is going to roll into this. And he's actually going to start things off with a Magnetize. Arena and Spear combo is going to be missed. We'll see Tanner heading over to try and help out. And now they're having to back off. No Bounty Hunter not finding the fight that they wanted here. Zekan will TP out, but Nigalitsa, he's gone.
Not the best execution. Once again, we see these Division 2 teams sometimes not executing to what we are usually blessed with, you know, seeing some of the best teams in Division 1s, but yeah, you know that it's not going to happen always, but sometimes they might misplay. Now Rubik has a spear, which is level 3, probably one of the best spells, besides Grimstroke's Stroke of Fate to steal, but it's still not maxed out on Grim, and I don't think he's going to be maxing it out, considering he's playing position 5, so Rubik should be pretty happy about the steal.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, they're TPing top. LeBron has got the Fiend script if he wants to set something up here. I'll see them try and turn and get aggressive onto the Bane, but TPs are coming in. Khan on top of LeBron, charge forward, they'll be able to take down the Bane. And Zantic's here with the backup though to try and turn things around as he's in onto Ekan. Not going to be able to chase for Khan though, so just the 1-for-1. Shimmer also making the move up to the top lane. Shad, a tough target though with the Armlet and the Rage and the Infest. Many ways to avoid any sort of setup that Shimmer does go for. So he'll hold off for now. They need a little bit more than just a 1-for-1 trade though, no Bounty Hunter. They do continue to slip behind on the farm. Into the Breach, just able to get that a bit more out of the map.
We didn't talk about Doom. He's been pretty silent, going for that Max Devour into Hand of Midas. Pretty standard stuff. He wants to, and staying on top of the network.
Yep.
With a reason why this hero is so popular, going into BKB next. They have Spirit Breaker that could stop him with the ulti, but other than that, he should feel pretty secure going into team fight once he gets the BKB up.
Yeah, he shouldn't have too much trouble at all walking in and finding his target. Again, no bounty hunter. They've got the 4 of them around the river. They want to fight around this potential rune spawn.
Oh, what a play from Doom.
Yeah, he's able to set himself up there with the Tumblr story. Roll onto the backlines from Azantic. The arena's dropped down. It's not going to catch anybody here. Will, if anything, maybe stop the chase from into the breach coming out straight away. Azantic's still able to roll in onto Khan. It's magnetized. It's forced Shinra to have to TP out at the fight. So there's no Invoker available for this as he's gone back to the base. Azantic's still trying to see if he can get a further catch on the rest of them, but he won't be able to. No bounty hunter will stop into the breach finding anyone else, but still losing the Spirit Breaker. Again, off another situation where no bounty hunter. They do try and get these fights going. We see them constantly grouping up and looking for opportunities into the breach, just not letting them have any of them.
Azantic, the amount of damage that he deals, Lifestealer could be in a bit of a trouble if they decide to bring one extra hero to the top lane. Oh, he's pinging it out. Might need some help. He knows he's charged.
Oh, let's see. Shad. I mean, how deep do they want to try and go for him? They have the whole lineup. The 5-man of no bounty hunter turning up for this top push. A Lifestealer kill would be pretty big. See how careful Shad hides himself.
Radiant are
They want to go for this. Actually holding back. They're going to respect the rage and let Shad walk this off. Into the breach, they want to try and fight around this tier 1 tower. Even though it's a bit of a difficult area of the map to hold, they know that they're in a strong position. So Turner taking the focus of the fight straight up. Arena's been used, but a Nightmare will stop the spear follow-up. They'll still go for it with the Nether Strike. Shad,
spear misses.
He's going to go for the backlines. He's over towards Nikolitsa. The Grimstroke gone. Azantic ready to roll here with the Magnetize. Rolls in onto BNC. They'll bring down the Mars slowly but surely with the Vessel Charge. Azantic is trying to keep himself at a distance. They come in with a heal. Azantic rolling a kick. He's still alive. Khan finally finishes him off. But they've lost 3 heroes on the side of no bounty hunter. Soon to probably be 4 here as they'll ready themselves up for round 2. Onto Khan. Deafening Blast coming in a little late there as the rage was already up. Khan will fall. There's no bounty hunter. They did get 3 kills on into the breach, but losing 4 of their own lives. And Shad now level 12. He is starting to look very, very scary here with the armlet, the Sange done, tower taken.
They don't have enough damage to deal with the Lifestealer right now. He goes in, their damage output is very limited. Shinra.
They're trying for a bit of a bait there around that rune into the breach, was setting up for him to take it, but couldn't quite get the grab.
Earth Spirit, once he decides to go in, he's super tanky. He has 4.4 strength gain per level, and with this build, it makes you tankier. Spirit Vessel, you build Ogre Axe, he's going for a BKB, which means that they won't be able to deal damage. We will need that, I mean, I'm not playing on no Bounty Hunter, but yeah, definitely will need more damage. This Desolator is going to help quite a lot. We can see LeBron using a good sleep to keep himself alive for a bit. And then Earth Spirit goes in with his abilities. It's pretty hard. There's going to be another good save coming out from Shad. He just knows what's up on Lifestealer. Sees the full picture.
Now giving Azantic that extra bit of time to live. Of course, still does go down, but yeah, the amount of damage that Azantic was able to get out before he finally falls was pretty significant there in that fight.
Carry-to-carry matchup, the way I see it, is Wraith King dies once. I would compare that to Wraith King against Monkey King, where you use Wukong's command, he respawns and dies. Same goes for, like, Lifestealer. He doesn't care about the damage coming out. So yeah, Wraith King getting closer to his Desolator, that's going to help quite a lot in the damage department. We still haven't seen a single Fiend's Grip being used.
See Azantic in the mid, rolls in onto Nikolitsa. As they're very ready to take the fight with this BKB Doom. Nothing to stop him. Here comes the control. The grip out onto Shinra. Shinra trying to get away, but he goes down. Doom dropped onto the Spirit Breaker. This is, again, he can't run from this. Another jump forward with the Tumblr's Tour. It's a triple kill for Azantic. As their fights, they are starting to get really messy here for no bounty hunter. As they are falling behind and lose this mid-tier 1 tower.
They love to tip Shinra. There might be some kind of beef from the pubs, or, you know, just you killed one of my teammates, we gotta give it back to you, give a couple of tips back.
Shad going for the basher next. Okay, Khan's got to be a bit cautious around here. He's not in fighting shape right now. As much as they're trying their best to do so. I mean, again, they're back in action. They're running straight towards this Doom. Sunstrike quite off the mark there. They've got the arena. Do they have anything else to throw out? Tornado will catch
BKB in
him.
a second. He dies.
I mean, they get him, but we'll see it. Xantic, he's ready to fight with the backup of Shad. As they'll kill the Doom, but how much is it going to cost them? Can they get anything more out of this? They're looking for Xantic, but Xantic's able to roll away. Telekinesis up onto Ekin. As the Spirit Breaker falls, Khan's trying to fight back. Does manage to get the kill onto LeBron with the crit. The stolen Ray Fire Blast gets thrown back his way. It's Khan down the once. Can they do it a second time, though? Shad? Doesn't look like he can. In fact, Shad could be in a bit of trouble himself.
Infest is available.
Oh, he's got the Rage back up. Fade Bolt finishes off BNC. Shad heads in. He's ready to heal up with the Infest. Xantic trying to stay on top of Khan. Khan, actually, he's ready to stay on top of it. Turns with the Ray Fire
damage.
Khan, he's heating up here. They've got the control on his Shad. They silenced him up as well. Khan, can he get another one? He can with the help of Ekin and Nikolitz. And now over towards Tanner. Some pretty big kills here. And finally, it's put to an end. Tanner knocks him back under the tower. They stunned the two of them. I mean, it was like a moment. It looked like no
looked good. Yeah, for a moment it looked good.
Khan was stepping up.
They just lost 6 heroes. Spirit Breaker bought back, died after. They invested so much to kill Doom.
Yeah.
A couple of missed spells. Once again, no Sunstrike like Arena without a spear doesn't deal that much damage. Unfortunately for Into the Breach, Doom's BKB was on cooldown for 2 seconds, so he wasn't able to pop it. But this fight was going on for so long. Doom, level 15, Doom respawned and came back into the fight.
Yeah, that was it was a long one. And yeah, Khan got to feel pretty powerful there with the Armlet Death. So, you know, we saw some big hits, getting some kills.
That's why I love this build so much compared to Armlet into Radiance. You come online much faster, and we can see that the supports are really struggling. Even Earthspirit, when he goes in against Deso Raid King, he still doesn't... Like, he's super tanky, but doesn't feel as tanky anymore. BKB finally done. On at Xantic, there's going to be a smoke. Also, Tanner in that fight managed to get multiple spells off, multiple Fade Bolts, Telekinesis.
Yeah, even coming in the end with that nice Spirit Breaker ult to knock Khan into a bit of an unfavourable position for him. It's very well done by Tanner. See what they can catch here. Can't. I mean, he knows. And the rest of No Bounty Hunters actually themselves are smoking in order to try and get a catch as they've got their eyes on the Doom. There we go. Not a bad arena to start things off here. Good catch on the two supports. BNC finding the setup for what could be a good fight, but they're straight to their backlines. The Doom drop down as the Invoker. They find Shimra immediately. And now things again starting to look not too hot for No Bounty Hunter. They've got to get out of this. Ekin trying to run. Shad's in, chasing him down with the rage. The kickback from Xantic. He'll go down. Khan.
And Shinra bought back for this one.
This is scary. Khan and Shinra have to get out of it. Shad, he's chasing at Xantic. He's closing the gap. Silencing on the Invoker into the slow. Shimra. It is going to be a dieback as he's out for 70. There'll be a buyback from Nikolitz in an attempt to rectify this fight, but there's no saving Khan as he's down the once. And Xantic already eyeing up Nikolitz, ready to push him back. The Ray Fire Blast does come out with the skeletons onto the Bane, but Khan will lose his life. 28 to 16, 13k lead. Once again, No Bounty Hunter just unable to take these fights against Into the Breach.
Once again, it looked like a very good opening arena on both supports, and they didn't have buyback. Rubik invested all of his gold trying to get the 4-staff, but in the backlines, it's just like not enough damage output. Once they use all of that, they kind of struggle. And Earthspirit, he goes in and out of the fights multiple times. His level 10 talent is so powerful that 325 rolling boulder distance enables him to close the gap, especially when it's needed. They feel like, okay, we just killed one, we killed the second one, it's time to chase.
They'll be back up in 5. We'll see what the next move is going to be. I mean, No Bounty Hunter, even when they have been behind, We do see their willingness to fight. They know that that's the only real way they're going to be able to get themselves back in the game. They can try and trip into the breach up. Every moment passing, it's only going to be harder. See BNC showing top. No TP for 10 seconds. They might just catch him. He's into the trees. 5 seconds until he's able to escape. Oh, and in that one spot, they won't quite see him there. So BNC, he'll get to live to see another day.
Nicely done. Still, there's a big difference between the core's Invoker. He's not scaling. He has Hand of Midas. That's the only item he managed to farm after the earlier Spirit Vessel. I believe it was like 12, 13-minute Spirit Vessel on top of double null plus boots, which is okay, more than okay. But then got caught so many times, and now going into Yule Scepter. I don't think you can afford to get a Yule Scepter here. It's not an item. Like, you need damage. I think you need to gamble a bit and go for Aghanim Scepter. Try to farm it up, because they have ways to set things up. With Spirit Breaker, with Grimstroke ulti, one stun from the Raid King. They need that damage inside the arena to be able to match the damage that is coming out from Into the Breach.
But I'm worth so much more.
He's committing, going for the Yule Scepter.
Okay, well, that's half the cost of the Void Stone away, and the NC, BKB nearly done, so he'll have a bit of an easier time finding these arenas to start things off. Ekans come pretty deep, and TPs are coming back. Actually, it's going to end up being cancelled. It's just Tanner that's holding his own around this area. Maybe if they dive in, we'll start to see some backup coming in. And Ekans, seeing if he can find the chance, but it's not easy. Tanner, the forces.
Scan doesn't catch anyone, but they know something's fishy going on. No Bounty Hunter playing a bit too aggressive.
Can they do anything about this, Roche? And spotted out with the Sunstrike. Looks like they won't even attempt to. It's the opposite side of the map to their current whereabouts. They're still looking for maybe Tanner around here, but Tanner's not letting it happen. At the least, they maybe get the tier 2. I mean, even that's going to be a bit of a struggle. The fortification is popped, and they are backing off no Bounty Hunter.
There's no contest. They will not go for it. Sunstrike will scout things out.
Oh, there we go. Aegis onto Shad. They've struggled to deal with him the once, doing it twice. It's going to be rather difficult. The Shadow Blade finished on Spirit Breaker, so at least a way to an opportunity to charge through the fights and catch them by surprise.
That might be the only way to kill Shad with the Shadow Blade.
Aye, there you go. We'll see if that is his one weakness.
He died only once in this whole series so far. In the previous game, 0 deaths. This time around, they managed to bring him down once. He decided to go in a bit more deep. I respect the decision. Would probably do the same.
He's nearly got that AC dump. We'll see top lane. Tanner charging in on Ekan. Does he have detection with him? He does. He has the dust. I'll pop it a little bit late though. So
Ice Frog, please.
Able to run out there with the movement speed. Look at him go. The dust has gone, but he's going to show himself on the creep wave. And he looks... He should die for this. Slow setup into another stun, and opting to try and cut the creeps there. Cost him his life, Ekans.
A bit too greedy.
Well, just a bit. I mean, he knew that Tanner had the charge, so he's always going to be able to set up for another move. And Tanner, he's heading over for BNC now as well. Into the trees, they'll catch him. Another kill for Into the Breach as their control of the game continues to grow. It really does seem like just less and less of options really for No Bounty Hunter to try and get themselves out of this situation. They have the Blink Dagger done on, sorry, the BKB done on BNC. So now he can be a solid frontliner, and Khan can do the damage. I mean, well, we saw the last few times how much he hurts with this armlet Deso. It's going to get less with items such as the Shivas coming out, and the AC now completed on Shad, so that minus armor It's not going to have quite the hit that it did earlier.
They found Khan.
And again, Tana with the charge. He's able to close and get the lift up. Khan, he needs help and he needs it now, but the rest of the team, they're just not in position to get over here at all. As Khan, he is very, very dead and with no teammates to bail him out.
We enjoy seeing this Rubik charge through the trees. Second time showing it. Very Pog build. Some extra music added to it. All right, I'm enjoying it.
Electric music coming in. Right, into the breach. Let's see if they can break the high ground.
I think we needed that electric music for the previous game.
We did. It's coming in on a bit of a delay. Well, here we go. This tower. Can they hold it? They've not got their Wraith King. Khan out for 30. BNC, you'll start the action. Nice Nightmare comes in though, and that's going to give Shat the chance to put the Rage Fiend Scrib on to BNC. BNC's out of the fight. Dead for 50. Tana, Zantic's pretty deep in the base, but he's got the BKB. And he's fine. Shat with a quick heal. Keeps the Zantic okay. And of course, Shat himself still has the Aegis. So he doesn't really mind whatsoever. Tower's taken out. Shat onto the racks. Stolen Tornado thrown out by Tana, holding them back. Even he has the telekinesis to grab.
Oh, what a stun.
See Ray Fire Blast come out from Khan. Khan, can he do anything to fight back against this? He's going in onto the Doom, but the Shiva's Guard is up. There's going to be Ekka going down. Khan, he'll fall the first time. So they can do it a second time here. The charge comes in onto Shad. Ray Fire Blast as well, but with the AC, he's got too much armor. He can't cut down Shad. And Zantic, the backup comes in from the Doom. As he jumps forward, Zantic still alive. Finally, the Ray Fire Blast comes in. He will fall,
gets him.
But the Doom is down onto the Spirit Breaker. He'll tick out to that. Shad taking out Nikolica outside of the fountain. Big Arena comes in from BNC. Is it enough to turn around for the kills? They do get a couple of them. Can they get Shad as well? Shad has sort of been left behind here. Most of his teammates have died. He's got the Rage. He'll hop into Tana with the blink out. Tana will be able to bail him out, and they can't. Trying to chase. With the telekinesis, throws him back, and Tana, the rest of the Into the Breach getting a little crazy there. They did lose 3. They were diving pretty aggressively. Tana, he does his best to bail out his carry, and he's very successful in doing so. It's Tana and Shad, they'll get out alive.
Into the Breach, overextending there. A couple of buybacks from no Bounty Hunter, but Tanner, the bus driver, picks Lifestealer up on time and gets him out of the trouble. It's a 15k gold lead for Into the Breach, but still, they need to respect the damage coming out from Wraith King.
Well, so BNC did see Shad stepping over. Can they catch him? Oh, he's going to try. There's the setup. That's a pretty good one. Stun into the silence. Shad, focused by the 3 of them. They've got him. Excellent setup there from BNC, and that's a big kill. 80 seconds, no Lifestealer, and no buyback.
Very nice spellcasting there. They didn't overlap any of their stuns. Managed to bring the Lifestealer. Lifestealer does not have a buyback. He needs 700 gold. Next Roche is not going to respond for quite some time, so they should be okay. I don't think no Bounty Hunter can get anything outside a tier 2 tower on the top lane. Could try to poke maybe high ground, see... It's very hard to see if Lifestealer has or doesn't have buyback at this point, considering how much farm he got. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to respect a possible buyback.
They're going to feel pretty good about that, though. That was definitely the best sort of stuff we're seeing so far this series from no Bounty Hunter. Maybe it's just, just takes a bit of time to get the players in motion. If they can keep this up, there's a chance they could swing this one around. Can't. He's in. Easy kill. Straight up, sees a chance to get LeBron. He does not hesitate. And Zantic, they'll get the setup. He's got the BKB, but Zantic is taking quite the beating here. He can't get away. Another kill for no Bounty Hunter. I mean, they're
a bit of a
turning it around. They are turning it around slowly but surely. That 15k lead, it's starting to slip away from Into the Breach.
Suddenly, it's 8k gold lead. Wow. Into the Breach, they need to group up, go for the next Roche. I don't think they can afford to play this clumsy anymore. They need this big item on a Lifestealer, which is going to give him the second life. Satanic, and also Doom. Like, this is the big timing for them. Having Shivas and the Refresher, double BKB, double Doom, double Blink, double War Stomp, double everything, pretty much.
And how's the buybacks looking? We do have no buybacks currently right now on No Bounty Hunter, so those two Dooms could knock two players out of the game for good. Could very well end the game here if the Dooms are landed. We've seen No Bounty Hunter, no fear, as they smoke up and are ready to fight, even though they lack the buybacks themselves.
Need to be careful about the freshly bought Lincolns on Invoker.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And both teams going to be avoiding one another for now. They'll show themselves bottom at least. Temporarily, there's No Bounty Hunter with the charge of the wave. Into the breach. Being very cautious. As you said, yeah, Shad likely to just want to get his next item finished before forcing any action. Especially after the bit of a slip-up they have had in the last few minutes. No Bounty Hunter starting to get himself back in a good part of the game. And Khan's farm, it's looking pretty good. This Wraith King is pretty scary. If they can get the control around him, so they've got pretty good heroes to do so. You know, look at the 4 heroes around this Wraith King. All with good ways to sort of just shake up the fight and allow Khan to hit his targets.
Roshan is up. Second one, Aegis plus Shard. Shad is getting very close to Satanic.
Yeah.
Needs like 900 gold. Definitely would prefer to take a fight with it. That's why I'm here, you know, I say this smart stuff. It's better to have Satanic than not to have Satanic.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. Shad certainly agrees right now. Into the breach. And definitely was the biggest shake-up they've had so far this series. So having to sort of change up the pace that they were getting away with before that. On the side of No Bounty Hunter Ekken, they should have the Ags for the next fight. So this Spirit Breaker is really going to be charging through people all over the place. As I said, Khan is going to be more than happy to pick up the kills off the back of the havoc that this Spirit Breaker will be creating.
This Ags is insane, definitely one of the better ones, and it's also going to give them control against Lifestealer during the Rage.
There we go, they're going for Roche. They're doing it pretty fast here, Khan. See what Into the Breach can do to interrupt. As already, No Bounty Hunter respecting the Doom turning up. Roche is at half HP, so both teams are going to have to fight this.
Lanes are in a good spot for both teams. Sitting exactly at the middle, Spirit Breaker will charge. Try to push it out a bit.
There's a DD down bottom. That would be pretty huge whoever spots this out, and Ekken, he'll see it. But Doom dropped down. He's going to be able to at least grab the DD to make sure that doesn't come out for Into the Breach in the remainder of the fight. Will be his life out and sorted with 70 seconds. He's out.
If they know that if they're keeping track on the buyback,
yeah, well, you go.
They know he doesn't have it, and also he just shown Aghanim Scepter. It's an expensive item for a position 4 Spirit Breaker, so they know. Like, it's 2 ways of knowing that he does not have it, and now Shad starting to kind of solo kill the Roshan Sunstrike, scouting things out. Without Spirit Breaker, they don't have enough. They don't have enough control.
We'll see what the pings there. Maybe some concern that BNC on the Mars will go for a play, but that'll be the case. Into the Breach. Able to take it for themselves rather easily here. And now with the Aegis, they can certainly look to try and push one of these side lanes. Still tier 2s up on both of the side lanes. And already the top creep wave being brought in. And definitely geared up and ready to try and go for a second lane of Rax. Let's see what No Bounty Hunter can do defending against this Aegis, and 50 seconds will be a couple of Dooms ready to be thrown out at them as well.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Someone needs to fix the bottom lane for Into the Breach, because it will get pushed in. Raid King, a bit too strong. We see a couple of heroes already TPing.
3, everybody's coming back. 3 of them here to defend the base. They were rather concerned of any damage being done. But, no heroes here at the moment, just the Forged Spirits. Of course, there's obviously value to be had here, getting this bottom lane pushed out. It's the last lane where there's a tier 2 standing against them. They want to try and set things up so they can go for the high ground, go for the mega creeps against no bounty hunter. Can't. He's going to see an opportunity here. Jumps over, the backup's going to come in. As BNC is turning up with the arena, catches Tanner, they'll take out the Rubik. See Shad trying to do
Double
the damage,
buyback.
but does he actually do enough? Rolling from Azantic for the high ground. See, oh, nice kickback as well. So he's able to get Doom back out to safety there. Lovely save from Azantic. Can't go down once. Can they take him out a second time? They can't. He's able to blink out. And 2 buybacks, as you say, from Into the Breach doesn't really amount to much at all. I mean, we see the obvious the save on the Doom. Age is still there on the Lifestealer. But again, another fight where we're seeing Khan getting to get in and getting the hits off. You know, this Wraith King is getting a lot done before they are able to force out the Reincarnate from him.
No, Bounty Hunter, they're doing a very good job at finding the right openings for them. Going on both supports. There was also a kind of a, I'd say, misplay from Rubik. He could have used like telekinesis on his Bane.
Yep.
With the shard, try to throw him out immediately, but there was a Sunstrike on top of him. After he heard the Sunstrike, you can imagine, you know, that there is something happening where he's standing. But overall, good approach from No Bounty Hunter. And now this game's pretty even though it says 5k, doesn't mean anything at this point.
Oh, Shad. He's going to go for this. I mean, they're ignoring him because they want to try and find this sort of the supporting lineup around the Lifestealer. I mean, LeBron and Tanner would be an easy jump for the two of them. Here we go. BNC again. Nails it here with the arena. Perfectly done. That's the 2 supports out. Xanix tried to roll in, but he's rolled into his own death.
This might be, you know...
Yeah.
Not gonna say the game, but both supports dying, plus Xantic as well. He also invested all of his gold into Aghanim Scepter. Needs 20 gold for a buyback. So let's see how aggressive No Bounty Hunter wants to play right now. The amount of damage that dealt to towers is insane. Wraith King with Deso and AC, plus Alacrity. Yeah. Also, there's no Aegis left anymore. He also find the perfect tier 4 item for himself. Penta Edge Sword on Wraith King.
This one's slipping away from them pretty big into the breach. The gold is now even. Khan, he's massive. And they're coming at, but Xanix is going to come in with the buyback. They're trying to take down Khan the once. Khan, he will fall the first time. So charge in onto Shad.
Oh, did I say they have no Aegis? He camouflaged it, my bad. I thought it was, I don't know, Satanic for some reason. Double Satanic on Lifestealer. Polar coordinated.
It seems to go, though. He won't have it for the next fight. It's timing out in less than a minute.
I see the future. That's why I've said it.
And now with that buyback, it's a very scary position for Into the Breach. Xantic dies, and there's a high chance that they're losing at least a set of racks. Probably 2.
It was a, what, 15, 16k gold lead for Into the Breach? Now it's 4k.
This has been quite a swing around. Into the Breach. A few sort of plays that just haven't gone their way, and No Bounty Hunter just really finding the fire. They're you know, desperately trying to pull together, really, for the whole of Game 1 and the beginning of Game 2. They're finally able to get away with these moves, and their carry can't. He's looking in a fantastic position. They've been setting him up very well in the fights, and Khan, he's been doing the damage.
We still haven't seen double Doom being used. Now it's gonna get even harder. They have 2 Lincoln Spheres, 1 on Invoker, 1 on Mars, and I also see Spirit Breaker going for 1.
That's gonna make his life very hard. He's gonna have to be very on point with keeping a track of those Lincolns.
Rubik or Bane will need to pop those Lincolns. Yeah. I mean, Lifestealer can do it with open wounds now that he picked up the shard from the second Roche. Still weird to see Lifestealer with the open wounds again.
Yeah, it was not in the game for quite a long time. That Spell has returned. Oh, you know, upping his sort of difficulty as a hero. Finally gets another active to pop.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, no bounty hunter. See what the call's going to be as they're setting up for a push up top. That Aegis has gone on Shad.
Dire's
Swift blink
top tower is
on
under
Khan. Ready to hit even harder and faster.
And with level 25 talent,
Yeah.
-2 seconds on Mortal Strike, supports are gonna melt. And he can
Oh,
also
yeah,
stand
they'll die in
inside
stun.
a fight. I don't think he can just stand and hit Lifestealer back because it's hard, but with the help of the Spirit Breaker, he can do it. Like, he needs some kind of control for him, and then he'll be okay. Spirit Breaker, third Lincolns.
Yeah, they've geared up really nicely here, no bounty hunter. As these fights are very hard now for Into the Breach. So many things to take into account. A couple of waves now pushing back in against Into the Breach. Door? Yeah, he's not
Who do you
lying.
think it is? Is
Yeah,
it
who's at the door?
delivery?
Maybe a pizza? What's he getting? We'll see, actually. We saw on his camera that he's disappeared, Ekin. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that's a scary looking skeleton.
There it is. Spooky. Scary skeletons. Shivers down their spines. What's going on with
Do you
this?
know how many bones are in human body? Give me our guess.
Wait, do you? I guess you do know, don't you? Do you actually?
I might be wrong. I think
Yeah.
it's between 204 and 206.
What? No way! It's like thousands.
Thousands of bones?
I'll
Google it right now.
Dude, it's like that. Dude, there's like, isn't there like hundreds of bones in your ear?
Well, let me see.
Have a Google. Even hundred
Number.
not bones.
I'm struggling.
There we go.
Here we go. Around 206 to 213.
Thousands, yeah.
1,000, yeah.
I mean, maybe in that dude's body. I mean, he don't know how many bones are in my body. I've never had it, you know. I might have more.
If you break a bone, that's why, you know, it's
That
not
counts too.
not a... Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
not the exact number, so
Yeah.
it can vary it.
Actually, yeah, why is it 203 to 216? Why is there variance in the number of bones in someone's body? Which part of the body can have the variance of bones? It must be in like the small areas, like the ears. Like why is it not exact?
Maybe we just don't have
Like-
it. Not everyone has a certain bone. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a whole list of the bones.
List of the bones. What's your favorite? What we got?
The frontal bone, that's my
Front
favorite.
bone. I like the zygomatic bone.
See,
That's a good one.
middle ears, only 6 bones in total, 3 on each side.
I thought it was more ears. Yeah, more bones in your ears. Oh, there you go. Well, back in action. The door has been opened. He's got a smile on his face there. I reckon might have been something nice. Maybe it was a present.
Must have been. It's,
Yeah,
you know, it's
it's-
around Christmas
yeah.
time.
Back to the Dota though now, so emotion has been turned off. Well, 5k lead though for no bounty hunter. This is going to feel pretty good for them. I think that even though they're still down 27 to 36, obviously on their scoreboard, they're going to know that this game's dynamic has just shifted massively, especially after a rough game 1 from no bounty hunter. This sort of turnaround is going to be huge, and it's hard for Into the Breach to deal with. Into the Breach, they know one more misplay, and the game could fall flat on its face for them. I mean, this game is very close to just coming crashing down on them.
They could feel that the game slipped away from them. There's the Hex.
He needs backup. Shadow, good telekinesis. Drag Shadow out the side of the fight, but the Doom's been left on the front lines. He's going to get healed up by the Lifestealer, but still the bashes and the control coming out for the Spirit Breaker a little too much for the Doom to deal with. Kick forward over onto Ekin, does take the Spirit Breaker out, but Ekin will buy back immediately. Xantic rolls in with the VKB, stays on top of the Grimstroke, forcing back Nikolica.
Sleep save.
Jump
Ooh,
ball from
damage.
PXC. Big God's Rebuke to cut down the Rubik. Tanner's out for 80. Shad, Rage back up. He'll charge over towards the Invoker. Doom has got the BKB running for now. Stomp out onto Shimra. Roll fall for Zantic. Shimra goes down. Buyback from the Invoker. Khan is still fighting fit though. Charge over from Ekon onto Shad. Silence as well onto the Lifestealer. The bashes are coming through. Khan's coming in with the crits. That's going to be Lifestealer going out. Triple kill for Khan. 4 dead on into the breach. They don't have buyback.
This is game, Owen.
It
like
is.
Khan sitting in the middle of a fight. Let's see the damage dealt by Khan. 11,000 damage. Like he... this is insane. I usually don't look at the numbers after a team fight, but this sounds so wrong.
He is.
They didn't even manage to kill him once. Lifestealer using Satanic there, but with the bashes, with the stuns and everything, he could not get it off. Rage.
Well, let's see what they can do. They've got the 3 of them trying to hold, but Shai's just dead immediately. He's gone. GG's called. No bounty hunter. Swinging this game around quite phenomenally, as I think into the breach, they're going to be kicking themselves a little bit on this one. They had such a lead, like they did in